At PUNKFEST in Chippenham, and I'm with two sick monkeys. You guys have just played. How was it?
It's pretty good fun.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. For just two of you, you get a really good sound, you know, full sound. It sounded really good.
Oh,
I mean, people who haven't seen you and hear you and then go in and see you think, there's only two of them. Brilliant.
It does surprise people a bit, like, 'cause I think it's like a trick on the eyes and the mind.
Yeah.
You know, because you see two people, you don't expect that much noise from two people. I mean, strictly speaking, it's not really quite what it seems, but it's nice to see people's.
Yeah, we do have a string section, but of course they don't fit in the car. So
No, that's the problem these days.
it's either the 2 amps or the string section, so the amps get it every time.
Yeah, priorities. So, you were saying you've been together, what, about 17 years now?
16 years would be December, this band anyway. Which is quite a long time.
Yeah.
So.
And you seem to play all over the place.
Yeah, you know, same thing, you know, usual thing, going to different places, meeting new people, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think years ago when we started playing, you do like all bands do, where you play in your local pub, or someone might put something on in your youth club, or you know, for your mates essentially, and then. Just back then it was sort of just about pre-internet. The internet was coming in. We're old fuckers, so we weren't using internet. But so I used to go through Kerrang magazine.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, the gig guide at the back.
Yeah.
It would have the venue, the bands playing, and that with a contact number. So you bring all these, and just thought, let's see if we can go play other places. And we started getting into a place in Coventry called the Jailhouse, just to put us on regular.
Oh yeah.
And you realise that all these places aren't really that far away, and then we made Fred drive to Chemnitz in Dresden
in one day.
In one day?
In one day.
And you played as well?
Yeah.
And then came back again?
No, I collapsed first.
Collapsed.
And then we came back.
Right, okay, I was going to say that was really sort of pushing it.
Yeah.
So, people who haven't seen you before, how would you describe what you do?
I don't know, really.
Jazz.
Jazz.
It's pretty jazzy, like a bit more, because it's like people find a way to. They have to explain things by what they see, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like you got a drummer and a bass guitarist making the noise of essentially a full band.
Absolutely.
And so people can't sometimes compute, so they have to make up titles.
Yeah.
It's just a rock band, really, I guess.
Yeah.
Punk rock band.
I mean, it's a culmination of all the different music that we've ever listened to, you know, from punk rock, heavy metal, hardcore,
all sorts. Bit of blues, bit of Motown.
Yeah.
Get it all in there.
All in there.
It's all good.
Daphne and Celeste.
Daphne and Celeste, definitely. Recently, actually, I got to get it in there because it'd be nice on the telly. Like, I done this thing where I was supposed to go and do backing vocals with Right Said Fred on I'm Too Sexy. I couldn't go. I pledged a load of money. I couldn't make it because we were playing a wedding in Cornwall. I couldn't get it. But I managed to get my name on a credit on the release of the CD.
Yes.
So I had Right Said Fred to the Daphne and Celeste.
All right, okay.
But in defence of Fred, all these shit bands are my liking, not Fred's.
I'm not quite into them.
Right.
Pete's tried. He always plays the CD in the car, but
You don't mind.
He's not having it. Like, he's not having it. Fuck it, he's resisting.
I prefer Tony Bennett. So
That's brilliant. So, what was the first record you ever bought?
a band called The Jam, and it was their album The Gift. So it's sort of mod revival, you know, got into the Who, Tamla Motown, that kind of thing, bit of ska.
Yep.
So that was when I was little.
Struggling to think. It was either the UK Substance Diminished Responsibility album or Tempo Tudor, Let the Four Winds Blow album. I can't remember. I got them both around the same time, so it could be. I could have bought them both at the same time. Although I used to nick a lot of singles from the post office on my paper round. I don't know if that counts. Get some crackers in there.
Right. So where are you playing next?
Southampton.
I was going to let me answer that one.
Go on, Fred, answer it. I bet you don't know.
Southampton. Hold on, it's a Friday. It's in December.
It's in December.
Hold on. I can work it out. The 2nd.
December the 2nd.
It's got it.
Whereabouts in Southampton is that?
I don't know, ask Pete.
I don't know, I thought Fred knew. He drives a car, I thought, if he didn't know where we're going. It's a place called The Hobbit.
Oh yes, yeah, I've heard of The Hobbit, yeah.
Playing with a band called Virus, who are from not far from here.
Alright, not the other Virus.
No, Virus, they're from Dorset. Old Anaco punk band, Virus. But, yeah. There's a couple of other bands, I think, Radioactive Bones, who are from Southampton, Portsmouth way. Yeah, it should be fun, they're a good band. They sort of mix genres up, a bit punk, a bit metal, and lots of crazy rhythm changes and stuff. It's good.
Random question. Marmite, love it or hate it?
Marmite. Love.
Marmite,
Sorry.
love it or hate it?
I hate it, it's horrible. If we wanted to save the planet, we could use Marmite to tarmac the roads and not use tarmac, because it's a pretty lethal thing, tarmac bitumen. I can't think of a better use for Marmite. It looks like a bad accident. Look at him, he loves me. He's just telling me how many times he's going to fuck me before the end of the night.
Yeah, fuck you over.
So, are you recording anything or anything in the pipeline?
A double album, I think. We've been gigging so much, we haven't had much time to rehearse, in the last few years. But it's a culmination of all the songs that we've written. I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 years?
Yeah, so definitely over a long time. You gather loads of little ideas and snippets. Some of them like almost whole tunes, like whole songs. But from the stuff we've been practicing in the last sort of on and off over the last few months, it's sounding really good. A lot different to the stuff we play. Some of it is, and it's a bit typical us. But some of it's a lot slower and a bit longer and a bit more powerful rather than going for the short, fast thing. But yeah, really, really enthusiastic about it. Looking forward to doing it. We were talking about it on the things to do on the way down in the car about approaching it. But I don't know how to sound it without sounding poncy, but the potential that we think the songs have got from how they feel when we're playing them, if we can get that in the recording studio, we think it'd be a fucking great album, and be a pretty nice way, like Fred was saying, of all those years of building these things up over the last 4 or 5 years, to suddenly say, yeah, look, I'm a bit of that. And
I think as a group of songs, they kind of really fit together. I mean, they're really diverse. Like Peter said, you've got heavy ones, you've got a couple of short punk rock ones. There's some. One of them is like a soundscape Norwegian deserted mountain kind of instrumental. So, but as a group of songs.
I thought you were going to say yodeling then.
No,
potential, but
that's my solo project. But as a group of songs,
it's diverse.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, if you could have any band anywhere support you on stage, who would you like to support you? No matter how big.
does it have to be limited to just one?
No, you can have two if you've got to.
Support us.
Yeah.
That's hard, because there's a lot of bands that are far better that we could support.
Yeah, but it'd be nice if this is your dream thing. They're going to support you.
If I had to pick two, I would choose, just off the top of my head, definitely No Means No, and maybe Casual Nausea, because I like Casual Nausea, lovely.
Right, and yours?
I've no idea. Can I get back to you on that one?
It's hard to limit it to one, even to I could instantly name about 40 if we could do a festival.
No.
I guess it's maybe a couple of the bands that we've gone on tour with in the past. Sort of underground, DIY, punk, Casual Nausea, Chewed Up, Rash Decision. Really enjoyed those tours that we did with them. So yeah, we'll go with them. Then we can have a couple of ciders.
Make it a little all-dayer.
What's the green stuff? What's the green stuff?
Oh, the squat crack, squat rot, or whatever it was. What are you thinking of?
Absinthe. That was
Absinthe, yeah, sorry, I was seeing a different green stuff. That's a whole nother story.
That sounds like it. So when you manage to get your album out, how would you like to see it? On CD, vinyl, tape, download?
I have a vinyl fetish, so yeah.
Vinyl.
I think it'd be double vinyl with the download code inside.
Yeah. So people still get the digital for all everyone's iPods and whatever you call them these days, and MP3 players. But I mean, we're from a generation where we all you bought was vinyl or did tapes for people. So in some ways, because you can make CDs yourself on your computer, it sort of doesn't feel like it's sort of proper, if you know what I mean. You know, like whereas you wander into, say, I don't know, your mum or your brothers and say, look what we done. You got a double album. It's like all of a sudden it's made you like a bona fide band and made a proper official thing.
Yeah, something that's physically holds.
Plus, I think the artwork is better represented on a vinyl 12-inch.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I mean, it is making a revival now. They've now started to sell the turntables, and everything else.
Well, there's a record store just opened in Swindon. We played their opening event.
Did you?
Yeah.
The shop's only probably about the size of this area here.
Excellent. And what's it called?
They're called RPM Records.
RPM Records. Lots of vinyl, I guess.
Yeah, it's essentially, I think it is all vinyl. I'm pretty sure, is it all vinyl? Pretty sure it's just records, there's no CDs. It's just, I think the only CDs they said they were going to do was local bands from Swindon.
Right.
So they have a little local band section. Can I just add as well, my brother has a little record shop in Swindon as well.
Yeah.
It's all second-hand vinyl.
Yeah.
He does called Blood on the Tracks. But they sometimes get some new stuff as well, but it's mainly second-hand old vinyl. But yeah, vinyl's big again.
Yes, it's definitely making a comeback. I know a lot of bands are now doing like limited edition vinyl to start with and then see how that goes, and then produce more as a way of going forward.
Well, I think for a lot of bands as well, it's hard with vinyl because if you're just starting out and you want to put a vinyl out, vinyl's very expensive to make. And so you'd probably only be able to do limited edition things because you could only afford to get 100 pressed, whereas for the price of 100 vinyl you could maybe get 500 CDs done. So it's a juggle, isn't it? Like what format for your cost, and also if you're only just starting out, you haven't got that many people that you can guarantee to sell, I guess.
Absolutely. So do you have a little core of fans that follow you everywhere, have you noticed?
Yeah.
There are some that turn up in the strangest of places. There's from Swindon. There's a guy called Matt and his missus Anne who come quite often. Barry, I don't know if he made it today, but Barry and his girlfriend or wife, I think she's called Kirsty. I can always forget her name. I feel terrible. But they come to see us quite often. There's a bloke up north called Dave who seems to pop up everywhere. Dale and Sue, who are here, they go all over watching all sorts of bands, and we bumped into them in places like Bournemouth or in Manchester. So not specifically to see us, but they're there. There's a lot of cool people out there. It's a really nice sort of welcoming thing. I don't like the term family as much because it seems a bit too soppy about it, but it is almost like a family, and it's ever so nice to go, like say we go to say Liverpool or somewhere or Manchester, and everyone welcomes you in, like you're a long lost son or something, and treat you like you're part of their family, and it's proper nice, You don't get that working in the bank,
So, saying about that, I mean, there's no big bands anymore and making it, and the music scene is what they call more DIY and underground now.
Yeah, there's still different levels to that though. I mean, some of the bands will be a lot more well known. Like you'll see the bands that are headlining tonight, like Susan Fish, RDF, Lost Cherries. in punk because they've got like a history and a heritage. They're a little bit further up the ladder, and obviously but they've created their own little path over time, so they deservedly up there. But so there is like different levels, but they're still doing it DIY. They're still doing it the same. It's just slightly different levels, but it's beautiful that it all happens anyway, irrespective of the level. I mean, if you go play and see people come out to watch it, it's always a good thing.
Definitely. Well, guys, thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I hope you've enjoyed it. We enjoyed watching you earlier, and
It's been nice.
good luck for your next gig. And hope the album comes out sometime next year.
Should be late summer.
Right.
And we'll be doing a UK to promote it in the autumn.
Right.
Really cool.
Excellent.
Maybe some festivals if we get lucky. We'll see.
That would be
We'll see
good.
if they all get
Good.
back to us.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the